This is SCP Radio Network, coming to you live from Skylab Studios. Up next is the Super Tejano Friday Show with your host, DJ Fluffy.
Este es el Diva Takeover, todos lo quieren escuchar, porque tocan la música alegre y se ponen todos a bailar. It's a Diva Takeover with DJ Mickey DNCC. Miles y miles de gente la escuchan y nadie les puede ganar. Están en SCP Radio, estación internacional. Si quieren lo mejor, no se vayan lejos. Aquí está el Diva Takeover.
You're watching SCP TV.
Lo que me dices, porque ando bien enamorada y dejaste mi corazón vacío y ya no aguanto más lo que tú me hiciste. Ese día que me dijiste tú que tenías a alguien más ocupando el lugar donde duermo y cobardemente me traicionaste. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué me haces esto? Ya mi corazón no aguanta lo que tú haces conmigo, amor traicionero. ¿Por qué me pagas mal? Ese día que me dijiste tú que tenías a alguien más ocupando el lugar donde duermo y cobardemente me traicionaste. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué me haces esto? Ya mi corazón no aguanta lo que tú haces conmigo, amor traicionero. ¿Por qué me pagas mal?
De todo lo que yo sufrí, todavía lamento aquel día cuando te perdí. A pesar de todo lo que tuve que pasar, todavía te amo mí me sucedió. No puedo olvidar lo que fue, no sé resignarme a no volverte a ver. Ya lo ves, te amé con cada rincón de mi ser. Te di lo mejor de mi vida, mis sueños y mi fe. Y yo no sé olvidar cómo lo hiciste tú. Te has quedado grabada en mi pecho como si fuera ayer. No sé cómo arrancar tus besos de mi piel. Eres tú mi obsesión, mi tormento, y nada puedo hacer. Yo daría hasta la vida por verte otra vez. Llevarte por dentro será la forma de hallarle paz a mi soledad. Ya lo ves, quizás amar sin medir fue un error, pero es imposible lograr que entienda el corazón. Y yo no sé olvidar cómo lo hiciste tú. Te has quedado grabada en mi pecho como si fuera ayer. olvidar lo que fue, no sé resignarme a no volverte a ver. Ya lo ves, te amé con cada rincón de mi ser. Te di lo mejor de mi vida, mis sueños y mi fe. Y yo no sé olvidar cómo lo hiciste tú. Te has quedado grabada en mi pecho como si fuera ayer. No sé cómo arrancar tus besos de mi piel. Eres tú mi obsesión, mi tormento, y nada puedo hacer. Yo daría hasta la vida por verte otra vez. No sé, tal vez llevarte por dentro será la forma de hallarle paz a mi soledad. Ya lo ves, quizás amar sin medir fue un error, pero es imposible lograr que entienda el corazón. Y yo no sé olvidar cómo lo hiciste tú. Te has quedado grabada en mi pecho como si fuera ayer. No sé cómo arrancar tus besos de mi piel. Eres tú mi obsesión, mi tormento, y nada puedo hacer. Yo daría hasta la vida por verte otra vez.
Once again, we're back here on the Super Tejano Friday show in the Diva Takeover show. Your boy DJ Fluffy, the king of the airways, along with the birthday girl, Mary Jane CC, and Mickey D.
Mickey D.
And of course, our sponsor, Mr. George, is in the studio, man. What a surprise.
We needed you here last week. You
Yes.
missed out. You really missed
No.
out.
Remember what it said. I'm not sponsoring the borrachos no more.
But we had Las Brasas here.
Man, oh, you know what? You missed out on the aguachile.
Agua-
Yes.
Like
It
I
was
said,
spicy anyway.
I fired Las Brasas. I have a new, a new taco.
Well, bring them over.
Bring them over. Come on.
Just like he fires the divas.
Yeah,
now
no,
we drink responsibly.
Nah, yeah, they drink very little nomás. They drink a little very little nomás.
But we need more because there's no more.
No, well, we've been giving it away.
We've been giving it away, yeah.
At a loteria, a lot of people, they were drinking and liked it, so we gave a whole bunch to some. Hey, well, here, take some home. We were giving the little bottles. A lot of people like it, you know.
Sharing.
So, yeah, we were doing our part. That's what they give us the liquor for us to give it away to our guests, and we've been giving it away to our guests. You know,
And we don't have any.
And we ran out. So, ni modo. Ahora, ni
So
modo.
we need the banana cream and the pineapple cream and the
And
spice.
spice raw. All of them. We need all of them.
So, Mary Jane, happy birthday, girl. I mean,
Thank
I know
you.
it's
Birthday
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
So,
It's officially tomorrow.
So, how old are you
She's
going to be?
been
I know you're supposed to
celebrating
ask the
all
lady
week.
when, but hey, we're family here. How old are you?
52?
65? No?
No, what is it? You're stuck on 65 for everybody. You know
Okay,
that,
well,
right? That was
okay,
Melinda
75.
last week.
75.
No, that's you.
She's gonna be
Okay,
52.
42.
52.
52?
Hell no. I'm not there yet.
Okay. What age you going to be? 40 what?
50,
You're
you
40
still-
something.
Yeah, I'm 40 something.
40 what?
I didn't
Something.
say I'm 40
I think,
something.
if I remember, I think you're Michelle's age. Or you're younger, 1 year younger than Michelle.
I'm 40 something.
47. You're 47?
40 something. She's
I'm
stuck on 40
40
something.
Look. What is it, man? What is it?
Listen.
Yeah, thank you.
Hold on.
Age is just a
Hold
number,
on.
and as you
I'm
get
gonna give it
older,
to you right now. Look.
you get
Easy
wiser.
guess. Didn't Nagami just said there what the 30-year reunion?
Mhm.
Okay. Wasn't she like 20 years old when she started?
No,
Oh, yeah, huh?
no,
Right? So what is that?
50, that's right. That's right, 50.
no. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, but the Nagami had 30, and you,
You
said
were
you've
on
been
the
there for 20,
radio when you
yeah.
were promoting them.
I
When
was,
they started,
I
you were
was
on the radio.
15. I was 15.
Okay, so
On the
50 and
radio.
okay, so 30
I
and
was
15.
I was 16 on the radio.
Man, you're older than we thought. We were telling you you're 50. Now you're adding more.
No, I'm 40 something, and that's as far as it's gonna go.
Why are you embarrassed? Why are you
I will
embarrassed?
let you know when I'm 50.
Why are you
because I'm
embarrassed?
not there yet.
Why are you
So you're
embarrassed?
listening.
No, not tomorrow. No.
Look, people are
You're
saying
at
out here,
least
hey, what
46.
is your age? They want to know your age.
She's older than 45 for sure, because she's older than me.
Yeah. Damn, Black, I put it that way.
Older than 45.
Oh my God.
The boss lady has spoken.
She is the age of Michelle. She's 47 years old. She's like Michelle. Her and Michelle the same age.
I wish I was 47.
You're 49.
Not yet.
48.
Not
You better
yet.
get something to
48.
drink because it gets crazy here.
Not yet.
All right, well,
Nice try.
happy birthday,
Thank
girl.
you.
You know, hey, you know, we brought you
you.
some little flowers.
Thank you.
And you know what? And I
Are
saw
these
these.
pretty?
That's my favorite color. I love those colors.
Those are pretty.
You know, but
That's
just
his
don't kill them,
favorite
okay? Make
I'm
sure when you get
not.
home, put some water, put the little medicine in there, and then put 3 aspirins in there. Crush them up. It makes them live longer.
So does a penny.
A penny.
The copper
I never heard about that.
or sugar.
Yeah, I never heard about the penny with sugar. You ain't gonna make no limonada. Rose limonada. Come on, man.
I'm gonna make some rose water
That's all I'm
and
saying.
then put it on my face.
See, and then, so we got your little cake. We'll sing happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, he wanted to buy a candle, and I'm like, no, there's COVID. You're not going to spit on the cake.
Thank you. Now I will say, Chris, Highway 281, put me on the spot
It's
at
288.
Social.
It's Highway 288.
Highway 281.
I'm
Highway.
still working on it.
No. He called me on stage.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the freeway.
We're talking about a band.
I know. I had to get him off track.
They brought me on stage. I was escorted on stage. Then he puts me on the spot. And he's going, "Where's Fluffy?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And these people are Facebooking live, and I'm just like, it's like, I don't know, man. He chickened out. And he goes, "No, he didn't. He's right next to you." And then I look, and it's Orlando. And then they went on to do redhead jokes.
Oh, my God.
He listened to me. Yes,
He-
thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris, for getting my message.
What do you call that? Roasted you.
Yes, he did.
Oh, my
yes.
Good. You
Yes.
deserve it.
You see, and you lucky I didn't show up. You are lucky I did not show up because we already had planned this.
But it's okay. Alizé showed up towards the end, and then they took me out for breakfast. We were at Denny's till 5:30 in the
girl.
morning.
I don't know how you do it, girl.
I don't
I
either.
really don't know how you do it. I do feel bad because we were supposed to go out there. We left here. Of course, we don't leave until all the guests leave. So we didn't leave here until almost, what was it, 11:30, something like that. So I got home myself. She said, "Hey, let me go take a bath. We'll go over there because I don't want Mary Jane to be mad." I said, we told we're going to go. I got in and take a shower. I came out. She goes, "Well, I'm going to take a shower too." And she wouldn't take a shower. But she came out. I was knocked out, girl. I was knocked out.
We had a long day.
She goes, "We're not going." I was knocked out.
Yeah, we had a long day that day, so we were super tired. I really
I
wanted
was
to go
tired
see-
too. I was going bang,
I
bang,
wanted to
bang.
go- I know.
I was hopping around everywhere.
We wanted to go. I wanted to go see Chris, but
He put on a really, really good show. J.R. Reina put on a great show. You know, they went on stage with, you know, Tejano Highway 281. It was fun. It was fun. Cool. You know, we had a great time at breakfast. Alize got to meet with the guys, and they gave her, you know, feedback and advice. So that was pretty cool. We had a great time.
Well, girl, like I said, I always say thank you, girl, for going out to represent the SCP. You do a great job.
Sometimes.
You know, I don't think she did all the time. No, that girl, she's always out there.
She did an okay job when she went with me.
No, let me tell you, some of the musicians were at the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame, and they're like, "You're the one who got me drunk." I was like, "No, that was George, our sponsor." I go, "You kept coming back." So,
like, nobody told you to come back.
Yeah, so, yeah, but no, girl, you know, you do.
It's real sweet, but it snicks up on you.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah, but you know, you're doing a great job for SCP. We really do appreciate it, girl.
Thank you.
You know. I'm still waiting for that big sponsor to come in and say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna drop you $10,000 a month, and then we can start making some money. We can start getting paid, you know, for this, you know." But it ain't come yet. We're still waiting. Good luck. George, are you gonna be that sponsor, George?
Not there yet.
Not there yet.
Just be happy with the little minis we get.
Yeah. No. Carpenter George.
Gas prices are going on, so I had to shrink the bottles.
But if y'all ever need a margarita machine, this is the man here, Mr. George Gonzalez. Parties for you. You know, everybody knows him. Just say George or margarita machine. They know who he is. He got some good rentals. You know, he'll deliver and mix and all that kind of stuff. You know, you ready to go.
I'll get you drunk. Trust me.
He'll get you drunk. He'll get you drunk. That's no lie. But it's the best margaritas in Houston. You know, we not just because he's a sponsor, but we had them. People tried them and. Hey,
and you know he's sought after because now he's gonna sponsor the first annual Conjunto Festival in Laredo.
In Laredo, Texas. That's right. He's gonna be out there. You know,
got some prices. Got some bikini girls going over there. So trust me, it's gonna be good. Yeah.
All right. Well, also we got everybody knows Fanfare's right in the corner. We got Fanfare coming up. Big announcement. Christina G Promotions and SCP Radio joining together. We're gonna be at the Grasshopper Club. So y'all know SCP is invading San Antonio on Friday night. We're gonna be out there. So far we got Cindy Ramos gonna be performing, Alize Nino, Bobby Cricket, and Grupo Pecado. They're gonna be out there. We still got more bands that we're gonna be adding. It's gonna be a $10 cover charge. Grasshopper's gonna be the place to be at Friday night.
That's it. I would have done 25.
You know, but we're gonna be out there.
Fluffy
you know,
is gonna be.
Yeah, that's right.
DJing.
I'm gonna be out there DJing.
He's coming out of retirement.
That's it. I'm thinking Jimmy Spot already, man. I'm gonna say it right here. I'm thinking Jimmy Spot over. That's it.
Oh, so you got fired? I thought we would rehire him.
Well, you know what's so funny? He popped up on my Facebook memories because last year he produced a show, and I don't even remember why he produced the show.
Oh, Jimmy?
My ex-husband. And I was just like, wait. I put all eyes will be on Jimmy, and I'm like, why was he producing our show?
I think that was the computer died. That's right. Okay, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
That one's dead. You got his memory?
Yeah, I don't want to go bury it. Of course. I had it for 10 years.
It was after the freeze. We had that freeze.
Yeah, it was that freeze. It froze to death.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where we're gonna be at. Flyers gonna be coming out but tomorrow morning. But we'll let everybody know right now here. We'll be out there. Make sure y'all want somewhere to go Friday night. We're gonna be at the Grasshopper Club, SCP Radio, along with Christina G Promotions in San Antonio at Fanfare. It's gonna be that Friday at the Grasshopper Club.
Nice.
Everybody knows where the Grasshopper Club is at. So y'all come out there, show support to SCP and Christina G Promotions. We'll be out there. So. Come out there. We're gonna have some raffles and some giveaways maybe out there. So we're gonna have fun.
We're gonna be the party patrol.
Yeah. We're gonna be the party. There you go. That's right.
Party patrol.
We're gonna be doing what we do at the Fanfare in the morning, and then towards the afternoon we have to go home, get ready to get everything, make sure the club, and make sure everything's ready to go to the club. So sound and everything. Make sure
we're gonna be busy because we're also gonna we're still getting details for the Joe Lopez Tejano Fest.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not gonna be bar hopping; it's gonna be festival hopping.
Festival
hopping.
Yes.
So,
yeah, the lineup came out. I think it was today of all the people that are gonna be at Fanfare. So I was looking at. I was like, okay, we gotta make our schedule to see where we're gonna be at and what day.
Yes.
So it's gonna be hard because some of our.
Well, the good thing, the Grasshopper Club is on Friday. Saturdays when they start bringing all the good bands, so we'll be able to see Saturday.
But some of the
Sunday,
people that we support more are going to be early, and they're going to be
they're conflicting time.
Yeah. So that's going to be hard to see where we're going to be.
What about stages? What stages are you going to do?
They haven't told yet. I'm waiting for Bino. He hasn't told me yet. But wherever he put them, we'll go. It don't matter. But now we got this one on Friday. We got to make sure we're at the club. you know how we do it. We have to make sure everything's running good, make sure all the sound. We don't want it to sound bad. Everything, you know, we got to get there early and make sure everything, you know, the way we like it.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, our name's on the line. Christina G Promotion name is on the line. She's super excited about, you know, joining together. So y'all come out there and show support, you know, to both of us out there. You know, that's gonna be Friday at San Antonio. All right.
Awesome.
Yay.
So other than that, like I said, we're getting ready. Hey, interviews, guys. I know I've been reaching out to some of y'all. I know y'all busy. We're trying to get in Carlos from Negami because he did a play together with Vajinaji.
Yes.
That sounds nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're trying to get both of them in. You know, hopefully maybe next Friday we can get them in. Both of them in here. Also, we were listening to Veronique's song.
Oh wow, it's awesome.
With DJ Kane, man, it's something different. It's nice. It's nice, you know.
Nice.
So,
Totally
you know,
different.
Yeah, totally from her style. You know, we're used to seeing her style. She really went out the box on this one.
Wow.
You know, I was like, did George talk to her or something? Because George was like, get out of the box. And she went out the box on this one. Like, literally, she went out the box big time on this one. You know, it's like a reggaeton, cumbia, rap kind of stuff, man. It sounds good. It sounds good.
Everyone's getting busy everyone is prepping for fanfare.
Yeah.
Because when I'm reaching out for the artists, they're reaching, you know, that's what they're busy. They're busy trying to do that. And then the KDA festival is the week prior.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks prior is this coming week. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of going on, so we're excited. We're glad to be back in the strings. We missed it. We're still taking our precautions with the COVID, you know, and we're not saying, hey, don't take your guard down, take your precautions, mask.
Just take a shot of tequila, okay?
Hey, that too, but you're gonna be drunk and then it'll come back the next morning. All right, well, we're gonna take a little commercial break. We're gonna get our guests in the studio already. We're gonna take a little commercial break, get everything ready, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Tax season has arrived. Get your taxes done right the first time with Angie's Notary and Income Tax Multi-Services. 2 locations to serve you. Located at 1123 Broadway Street, Suite F in Houston, and 911 Thompson Road in Alvin, Texas. You will be entered to win a special prize when you get your taxes done with Angie. And for each friend you refer, you get an additional entry for the prize. Providing quality tax services for over 30 years and more, like notary, power of attorney, automobile title transfers, rapid refund advances, immigration forms and online renewals, travel permission letters, immigration forms specialists, and so much more. For quality, trust, and expertise, call Angie at 713-921-4300 or 346-701-7890. Our mission is your success. Subscribe to our Facebook page for all the latest tax updates at facebook.com/Angie's Notary. Be sure to let Angie know you heard this promotion on scpradio.com.
Hey Michelle, my birthday's around the corner. I want to throw a big party and wow my guests, but I don't know what to do.
All you have to do is call SCP for your DJ needs and Parties for You for your margarita rentals. They have the best margarita mixes in town. With these 2 companies, you will wow your guests. They will talk about your party for years to come. For your margarita rentals, look us up on Facebook, Parties for You.
Or call 281-748-0057.
And don't forget to mention SCP sent you. Together, we are the future of entertainment.
Golden Eagle Gun sells top-rated brands for all your firearm needs. We carry ARs for a good day at the range, rifles for all of our hunters, and handguns for everyday protection. And Golden Eagle Guns offers license to carry classes at a reasonable price. If you want your class for free, call 281-673-1614 for more details. And if you mention SCP Radio, you will receive an additional discount. Again, the number is 281-673-1614.
This is Pamela Medina, running for judge of probate court number 2, and I'm asking for your vote as a qualified and compassionate candidate. With your support and your vote, I can become the very first minority and bilingual probate judge in the history of Harris County. Vote Pamela Medina, judge. Thank you.
This political ad paid for by the Pamela Medina campaign.
This is Pamela Medina, and I approve this message.
right, once again, your boy DJ Fluffy, the king of the airways, along with the divas, the birthday girl, Mary Jane, and Mickey
I
D.
know we were on right now.
Busted!
Busted! Yeah, she was about to. She's there. All right. Well, we got a special guest in the studio. We got Miss Pamela Medina, right?
Hi. Yes.
Hello. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
No problem. No problem. So,
No,
tell us a little bit about Pamela. Tell us what you're doing. We know you're running for an office.
I am.
So
I'm currently running for probate judge here
Okay.
in Harris County. So anybody in Harris County, throughout Harris County, can vote for me. I will be, once I'm elected, I will be the very first bilingual Latina probate judge in the history of Harris County.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So if I get your support and your vote, we can make history.
Okay.
I'm
And what precinct is it?
It's not a precinct.
Is that a precinct?
It's
Okay.
the entire Harris County.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I really, that's why I'm excited to be here, because it's reaching more people. That
Okay.
We've got to get everybody out to vote. You know, the Latino vote is really important because we are 43% of the Houston metro area. So
Mhm.
if we get everybody out to vote, we're going to have some serious power.
Okay.
And
when is voting?
So we had early voting. It ended tonight, and the election is March 1st. So March 1st is Tuesday, and it'll be from 7 to 7.
Okay.
If you don't know where you usually vote, you can go to harrisvotes.org or harrisvotes.com. Either one work. They both work. And then you just plug in your address, and it'll tell you where you can vote. All the precincts that you vote, or the locations rather, the polling locations where you can vote.
And most of the time it's libraries too.
Oftentimes it
So
is,
let's-
or
yes.
like the multi-service center in the neighborhood,
Or
they'll
some
do it there.
schools.
Some elementary schools will have it. Mhm.
Okay.
What party are you running for?
I'm a Democrat. I'm a lifelong Democrat.
How many people are running against you? Or?
Nobody's running against me. I'm actually the challenger. So there's an incumbent, and I'm running against that
Okay.
incumbent.
Now that position that you're running for, can you tell us a little bit about it? What people that don't know, people
What
hear
is it
judge,
you-
but what really is it
Yeah.
that you're doing on there?
Yeah, thank you. That's really important.
Yeah.
Most people think that when you talk about court, you're talking about either criminal or family. That's what most people
Yeah.
just, you see it on television, and a lot of people think all court is trial. In the probate court, it's actually not all trial. It's maybe 80% non-trial. And the non-trial area is guardianships, which means a person isn't able to take care of themselves. It's usually like an elderly person or a person that's gotten an injury, maybe like a head injury.
Mhm.
So they're no longer able to take care of themselves. So the judge has to make a determination if they need a guardianship or not. So that's one aspect.
Okay.
The second aspect is who will act as the guardian. So who would be appointed as the guardian. So that's two areas in guardianship that court will take care of. And then the other area is estates. So that's dealing with somebody that's passed away. Just say, your grandfather passed away and he had, a house, a bank account. There's a certain way you administer that estate compared to somebody that has a house, a ranch, bank account, stock, mineral interest, business, That's a little lengthier. But again, it's not litigation. It's just more lengthier process.
Okay.
So that's the estates, decedents' estates. And then there's trust. Trust is somebody's not going to be able to take care of their money, right? Maybe they're incapacitated. And the trust is either going to be created by that court, or when a trust may need to be modified, the language has to be changed for various reasons. The same court will modify the trust. And then appointments for trustees can be either by a banker, corporate trustee, or an attorney, or a family member. So also with the estates, a bank can be appointed as a state administrator, corporate, or a lawyer, or a family member. So those are all the areas that probate deals with.
Okay.
Then when those things don't go right, or a family member doesn't like maybe what's written into the will, you might have litigation, but it's a smaller area.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, like people hear judge and they might think it's something criminal, something So
Everybody
that's why,
does.
Yeah.
And like as I've been on the campaign trail, everybody just assumes it's a criminal judge, dealing with criminals, and then I have to explain to them, no, it's usually dealing with the death of a loved one, or when they can no longer take care of themselves, and that's really what we're the probate courts are dealing with.
What made you get into this kind of line of work that you're running for judge? What made you decide I want to run? I want to do this for the people.
I've always had a passion for public service. I've grown up that way ever since I was young, like 3 years old. I was with my parents, civil or civic engagement, trying to get people to vote, especially our people who sometimes don't vote as much as we should. And so just as a kid going out and, helping my mom take families food. And so being a judge is you're public serve. I don't know if that's the right word. You're
Public
serving the
servant.
public,
Yeah,
right?
public servant,
You're definitely serving the public. And then I have a passion for the law. So it's a combination of my two passions, public service and the law. And that's exactly what a judge does. And I had a role model that I looked at when I first came out of law school who served 28 years in the probate court. And he essentially followed the path that I'm following. First at a bank in their trust and estates area, and then at a law firm, and now as a judge. So I want to have that same level of integrity and respect and bring that to the court that I saw in my role model when I first started.
That's good.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No, I'm not hearing.
She's just here to have fun.
Now, I know the early voting started already. Have you been able to see kind of? Well, I mean, I know you can't see the numbers, but have you been seeing people going out there? I mean,
A lot of people
what
are going
what have you seen?
out. A lot of people are going out. A lot of people are doing the people that I meet actually when I'm out there, because I work every day. I'm at the poll every day, and what I do is, and my mom and my dad are out there. My husband, my brothers. I have some friends, and then just talking to them, explaining who I am, my background. And a lot of them just have a really good attitude. Some of them have done a lot of research and they already know who they're voting for.
Nice.
And I've heard that a lot. A lot of people told me, I've already researched you. I know what you're about. You're qualified. I already know I'm voting for you.
And I'm about to ask,
Nice.
what are your qualifications?
Well, I'm a 14-year lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I currently have my own law firm, and the areas that I explained earlier, guardianships, estates, trust, those are my areas. I do provide litigation as well to my clients, probate litigation, as I explained earlier. Prior to having my own law firm, I worked in a bank, at Cadence Bank, and I worked in their trust and estates. That's also dealing with what I explained earlier, helping people manage their funds when they're incapacitated, or where a family just wanted to, have a trust as a part of their family plan, estate plan, as well estate administration. And prior to that, I was a law clerk at a district court here in Harris County while I was in law school. And prior to law school, I was actually a special education teacher.
Oh, okay.
I taught
wow.
4 years special ed and then 2 years bilingual. So I bring that compassion that's necessary when somebody's dealing with the loss of a loved one, or when somebody's dealing with the loss of an ability to take care of themselves. The family members are typically in a really, difficult life situation, and I think it's important when you have somebody that has that compassion, but as well has the expertise. So I bring both the compassion and the expertise and the qualifications.
Now, if you are elected to office, what can the people expect from you?
What I hope to bring to the office is a proper management of, the docket, which is just allowing people to come and have their matters heard and for it to be done efficiently. I would also like to implement technology, because there's a lot of that we can do now to implement to allow a more efficient use of the court and bring it maybe a little more to the community and make it a little more accessible through technology such as Zoom. We use a lot more Zoom hearings now, and I think that's something we need to continue doing. If it's not necessary that everybody come downtown to the courtroom, if we could do Zoom hearings, I would like to continue that and do it a little more where I see it can be done. And I would like to make more I guess they're called like community bridges. I want people, what I've been hearing a lot while I've been campaigning a lot, is that people don't even understand what probate court is.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
right.
And then they don't understand how to do pre-planning to allow themselves not to necessarily upon their passing or upon, unfortunately, if they were incapacitated, how do you keep the court to where, not the court, but how do you keep to where your plans allow you not to necessarily have to go to court? Because it's going to court is very expensive, and obviously, it takes, the court itself has additional costs the more people that come through it. So if you could do more pre-planning, and we have things like Houston Volunteer Lawyers, and we have something called the Willathon, and it goes out into the community and it helps mainly elderly to plan so that when they do pass, their family knows exactly what they wanted, and there's not a lot of misunderstanding, and the assets actually pass from the parents or the dad to the children if you plan properly. Because sometimes what I hear a lot while I'm campaigning is, my parents didn't have a will, and we've had this property, and it hasn't been transferred to us, the children, because of the documents and because of the cost. So I think there's a lot more that we can do to ensure that families are planning so that they can reduce those costs when the family member passes away. I'd like to do more of that. We do it, but I think it needs to be
Let
in the
me add
community.
something to it. Whether or not. Would it be possible for you as a judge go and do like speaking arrangements at churches?
Absolutely.
Like, or community.
I was gonna say like workshops, like do a workshop or something.
Town hall.
That's kind of what the Willathon. It's called Willathon, and it's the City of Houston puts it on, and it's the same thing. We go out and we just talk to the citizens. The citizens sign up, and they get their wills done by a group of attorneys go and show up, and the people that signed up, we help them with their planning or wills. As well, the Houston Volunteer Lawyers, it's the same situation, but it's just getting the community to know about it, having more
education. Because I was going to say, in the Hispanic community, that's something that we're not really educated on, and we're the ones that are hurting.
That was going to be my next question. How are you going to try to get the Hispanics? And I hate to say it, I'm Hispanic, but Hispanic people they're afraid to go to the courthouses. They're afraid.
Too confusing for them.
How can we
It's too
get
much.
them to understand what's going on, what needs to be done?
I
What do
think
you plan to do if you get elected?
I think a lot of it has to do with what my own personal understanding of what those needs are. As an individual, I understand it because that's my family, right? I know how my family feels uncomfortable going to the courthouse. I know how my parents, their assets could be transferred, upon their, unfortunately, death. It could be transferred without going to the courtroom because their assets aren't as complicated as other estates. So that's kind of, I understand it implicitly, so it would be a lot easier to try to maneuver it and try to figure out what places need it the most and how do we get it to them. But again, it's just trying to get everybody connected, right? Even here tonight, I'm meeting all of you all. So maybe all of you or one of you will tell me, what my church needs somebody to come and speak. And then I'll make sure I connect the church with the Houston Volunteer Lawyers or with the Willathon. So it's just being in the community a little more and also understanding what the community needs are. And that's what I do now. I'm very much in the community. I do a lot of work in the community already before I even started campaigning. And I'm from the community. This is, I'm not from this community in particular. I'm from Northside. Okay. So I understand it.
And see, and I have a lot of people that I'm close with that are going through this similar situation. So it's just like, oh, it's like, aha. So I'll be taking your number as I can call this person.
I've heard that.
And I'm
all
a
the
parent
time.
of a special needs too. So my daughter's autistic, but high functioning. But if something was to happen to me, I've already set that in place. But still, there are so many things that she can have, and and what she's not allowed to have. So, just understanding those parts. If anything was to happen to me, she'll be taken care of.
That's good. I'm glad you did that. And you've already planned it.
Started planning all of that.
Good. Yeah. Very good.
Thank you.
And I hope you do talk to other people about it, and that way it is kind of, a conversation that people feel comfortable with.
Exactly.
And learn from.
Yes, because our raza, it's just the big terminology that freaks them out. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's too complicated for them to understand.
And
It's very simple.
That's the thing I try to do when I'm out talking. I've been to every community you can imagine throughout, the whole county, everywhere I've had to go and campaign. But that's what I try to do when they say, what is probate? I don't say it in the real kind of lofty terms. I break it down to, well, when somebody passes away, you're going to distribute assets, after you bring them in, and then you pay them out to the people, their family members. That's really what it means to probate, right?
Yeah.
But we call it probate. But who knows? Nobody really understands the word probate.
Yeah, exactly.
But so I just break it down. That's probate. Just the person passes, and you bring in their assets, their what they own, and then you send it and start paying it out, to the family members or the heirs. And that all just depends on if they had a will or if they didn't have a will, and then what law applies when they have a will, what law applies when they don't have a will, and how is the marriage, were there two marriages, were there children from, there's a bunch of legal matters. But my passion is teaching, so that's what I feel like I'm doing when I'm explaining the law to people. I have a passion for teaching, so.
Yeah, and that's what you need. I mean, basically, you just need to educate the public. And
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And me being from, the community, I feel like I get it a little more. Like, where are those needs?
So you kind of know where it needs to be, work needs to be done at, and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then La Raza can't say, well, she doesn't understand because she comes from the north side of Houston,
And
north side, the heart of Houston.
Do you speak Spanish?
I do. My parents, they didn't actually teach us, but I learned, in school. And so, unfortunately, my parents came up in Texas when they would get in trouble. They would get spanked for speaking Spanish.
Oh,
so
wow.
they were, worried that if we talked in school, like literally if they spoke Spanish in school, they would.
I grew up in Pasadena, and I went to It was two of us that were Mexicanos in my freshman year, and we would get detention. They kind of speak Spanish.
Exactly. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, so literally, my entire generation, we lost Spanish. But like I said, I learned it in school. I started taking it in the 4th grade, all the way to college, and I try to practice as much as I can everywhere I go. I have lots of clients that are Spanish speaking because there's hardly any. I think there's maybe 5 or 6 probate attorneys in the Houston area that speak Spanish. So we're kind of a high demand.
Okay.
And then when we were doing another interview, all of the judges and myself, the current probate judges, they asked them, who are the majority of people that go to the probate courts? And they all agreed it's our people.
Yeah.
Right. So right now we have 4 Anglo men we have 4 probate courts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm running for 2, and all 4 of them are Anglo men. So I think what's also important is just that we have representation in our courts, and we don't have that right now in the probate courts. Having somebody that looks like you when you walk in helps. It makes you feel a little
comfortable.
A little more comfortable. Just a little bit.
I want to go with her.
Yeah.
I want to go with her.
No, but the fact that, she was a teacher, so it's education, compassion, because she dealt with special needs, that's a huge, incentive right there,
Thank you.
Yeah. You got my vote.
Thank you.
As far as the voting in your district, is it all of Harris County?
It's all of Harris County. Yeah, it's not like the it's not like the commissioners.
Okay, so anybody lives in Harris County can vote for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Everybody.
Yes.
So what I always say when I go speak with, organizations, or, we went to Chorizo and Menudo, they have it every month.
Oh,
I think,
yes.
At Gulf Don Irakis.
Okay,
Yes, and that's what I said. I said, what's important about our people is that we do everything together, right? We do it always, everything. And I said, so we need to do that about voting too.
Right.
Yeah.
One of your kids or grandkids knows how to pull up harrisvotes.org, and then as a family, print out your ballot, right? And then if there's somebody you just obviously don't know, because there's a lot of people on your ballot, then you Google them. You can literally just put my name in, and my website will pop up. And you can do that for each candidate. If you can't find a website because they just weren't, interested in doing a website, which I would not think that's a good thing, you could maybe Facebook, locate them, and then, you can learn a lot about candidates through Facebook or their
medias,
website.
See, and that's somewhere we would have to bridge the gap because old school Mexicanos, they don't like the computers. They really don't like the cell phones, and we're having to learn how to use the cell phones. I mean, you got some old school, cats that are not into the technology. So it's really going after the younger generation to teach the grown-ups
how to do it.
Yes.
And it's kind of why I approach it that way. If you guys all sit down at dinner and you have, the older and the older will listen to the younger when they say, "No, Grandpa, I just want you to see, here's Pamela Medina's website." Pulls it up, and because you're how that is. Your grandkids are gonna make you do whatever they want you, want you to do, and so Grandpa's gonna listen and look at my website and I like her. I'll vote for her. That's why I was saying, if you do it as a family, you make it a family event. I think some of that kind of, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to, blah blah blah. I think that helps kind of open it up to more dialogue, at least, and learning a little bit. But there's a lot. I think right now, I think there's like 80 races right now. So you do have to do your homework. You really, it's not a lot though.
Okay.
There's this thing called the League of Women Voters. They do both English and Spanish. It's like a newspaper, and you can go online and also read about each candidate.
Oh, nice.
And English and Spanish.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm actually helping Judge Reese. He's running for precinct 2.
Oh, okay.
Commissioner precinct 2. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, and you say voting, election day is March the 1st.
This Tuesday.
Okay. So Tuesday. Okay.
From 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So
Okay.
we can go after
So
work.
where
or
will you
before
be
work.
at what location? Like if somebody wanted to go and meet you in person?
Typically the highest voting area is the one multi-service center on West Gray, 1475 West Gray.
Okay.
And I've been trying to be there a lot because that's where I get to meet a lot of voters, and my mom and dad go there, and they're, how that is. They're comfortable there. They're settled there. They've made all kinds of friends there. Everybody calls my mom Granny. It's just so cute. They already adopted her. So, and I want to be where they are. I don't want to leave them. I mean, here they are volunteering for me, so I want to be with them. So I'm typically there, but I'll take off. Like today I had to go pick up T-shirts, and then I'll go check on other polling locations just to see, are they busy? How's it going? Just try to see the numbers. And it's good also for the other poll workers to see us coming out there and show our like we have an interest in your area and your area and your area, not just one. But West Gray's the highest voter turnout every day. It's really high. So, and my parents are there. So,
was there any absentee ballots?
You mean the vote by mail?
Yes.
Yes, they're still working on bringing those in. There was some that were rejected, but yeah, they're still working on that. There were some changes and some amendments, I think, to what they're allowing, and so they're trying to kind of clean that up and make sure the people that did it. And a lot of people I've been, other people that work on the polls, they've said the same. Like, some of these people, they don't want to deal with whatever the change was, and they just want me to go pick them up and take them in to vote. So they go pick them up and take them in to vote. It's a little harder because they're elderly.
Yeah, exactly. So how are you guys combating like COVID? Because a lot of the older generation, they worry about going out in public because of COVID.
Right. Just masks. That's all we can do right now, and hand sanitizing and, keeping our distance. But, each polling location has all of those, COVID precautions in place. Like literally you walk in, there's a mask for you to grab. And the hand sanitizer, can't say that, sanitizer right there, and then keeping the distance in the lines and whatnot. Yeah, it's been good.
So if any senior citizens need a ride, they are providing that where they can pick them up and take them out there. So don't say, hey, I don't have a ride. Hey, if you're a senior citizen, you need a ride, just make a phone call. They'll come pick you up. They'll take you out there and they'll bring you back home.
Yes.
So, that service is provided out there. So, yeah. So yeah, we need to go out there and vote. So
yes, definitely. We
Yeah,
definitely.
because you're a civil right.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to.
And take your family. I always
Yes.
tell people we always do things together. Let's do this together too.
True.
I have a little saying. It's a family that votes together, hopes together. Because when you cast your vote, you're hoping that person wins,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes.
So I say a family that votes together, hopes together.
Yeah.
We hope for the same thing.
Okay. Well, like I said, I want to say thank you for coming out here. We love having you out here, and hopefully this is not the last time you come out here.
I hope
now you know where we're at.
I hope not.
When you win, you can come back
yeah,
in
you
there.
can come in and we can talk about it. Yeah, we can have it. We can have it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we usually have tacos here for our guests. La Plaza Tacos is one of the sponsors that bring tacos out here and stuff. But today they had a job and they're taking care of the job. So.
But then this woman got you
Okay,
cooked.
but you got my wife that she cooked. She made some homemade tacos de papa. They're good with cheese. They're good. They're real good.
Pero estaba enojada cuando hizo la salsa.
No, the salsa's good. The salsa's good.
I did drops.
But no, but
So do you have? Are you gonna have like a watch party? Or
yeah,
something
you
like
have a
that?
watch party anywhere or
So,
what's the?
Again, because my parents are elderly, they're in their 80s. The thing about it is my dad and my mom, they've always dreamt of one of their kids being a judge. Like always, it's just something. So two of us went to law school. So one or the two of us are finally doing it. Me, and but my dad still has some COVID issues. It's hard for him to get around, and so we're just gonna go to the house with them and have family
So you have
over.
just
and
family.
just small, kind of quiet, just so that we can enjoy it with them, and that when I win, we're with my dad and my mom.
It's special and it's family.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well, we can make it a party if you want. We can go and we can be outside.
Be outside.
DJ out there. And,
We're in the front yard. DJ. SCP invades.
Party.
All right. Well, let people listen right now. Let them know who you are one more time, what you're running for, and see if we can get them out there and go out there and vote for you.
Please vote. Please March 1st from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. My name is Pamela Medina. I'm running for Judge of Probate Court number 2 in Harris County. So it's a Harris County election for me. And I ask for your support and I ask for your vote March 1st, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
And you want to make history. That's what you're trying to go for.
I do. I'll be the very first bilingual Latina probate judge in the history of Harris County when I win.
You're gonna win.
Thank you.
There you go. So shout out to Yolanda. She's from Lansing, Michigan, tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Mr. Willie Washington.
Hi.
Tuning in also. He says he needs a ride. He says.
Yeah.
Jessica Medina,
lives in
Brazos
San Antonio.
Tacos. She's saying hi out there. She's out there working, but she's tuning in and listening to us. Angie Martinez. Hi, Miss Angie Martinez. How you doing? So everybody tuning in. Thank you. So yeah, get your taxes done. But once again, thank you very much.
Thank
we
you.
hopefully you make history and you win. This election.
you.
And like I said, best of luck.
Thank
and
you.
thank you for coming
Yes.
out. We really appreciate it. Like I said, our doors are always open. If you want to come back and when you win and let us know, hey, we did it, and we can talk about it a little bit more. But if you just want to come back for anything, any kind of stuff,
Yeah, the door's always
the
open.
door's open.
Always.
Our doors are
Educate,
open.
Absolutely.
Education is a good thing. We like to bring different people in. I mean, we're glad you're here, like I said. But a lot of people, sometimes we have shows. It's not just music. We have people come in and they educate the people out there.
I would love to do that.
Because there's a lot of people that really don't know, like you said, what is going on? What is this position? What do they do? What are they? So especially the Hispanic people, they're real. They're like hard-headed and they don't want to. They're stuck to their old ways, and that's what they want. And you can't get them to change.
It's just fear
Yeah.
of the unknown.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Also, you said you have your own law firm. Did you want to give any information on that so people could visit your?
So sure. My law firm is at 5300 Memorial Drive, and again, I provide probate legal services in the area of probate, estate administration, guardianships, trust drafting, and probate litigation and general civil litigation. So any type of legal matter, you can call me, and if it's something I can't handle, I definitely know an expert
You can
in the
refer somebody
area,
in there,
and I'll refer.
And what is the name of it so they can Google
Medina Law, Texas.
Okay.
Thank you, Medina Law, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, once again, thank you very much. We appreciate you coming out here.
Thank you.
People, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back.
Te di mi corazón y no lo recuperé.
me engañó. Yo no sé por qué. Si le di toda mi vida y se fue con mi mejor amiga. Ese hombre me mintió y yo lo apunto con el dedo. Si algún día yo lo quise, ahora cuando lo desprecio, ya no quiero nada de ti. Mi corazón se dio cuenta al fin. Tú no mereces ni una lágrima, ni un segundo en mi mente. Ahora soy la más fuerte. Ya no quiero nada de ti. Y ruega a Dios que no te encuentre por ahí. Ya no te tengo miedo, poco hombre, mala gente. Ahora soy la más fuerte. Ya no me den más consejos. Yo los quiero, pero bien lejos. Cuando más yo lo amaba, es cuando él más me engañaba. Ya no quiero nada de ti. Mi corazón se dio cuenta al fin. Tú no mereces ni una lágrima, ni un segundo en mi mente. Ahora soy la más fuerte. Ya no quiero nada de ti. Y ruega a Dios que no te encuentre por ahí. Ya no te tengo miedo, poco hombre, mala gente. Ahora soy la más fuerte.
All right, and we're back again. Your boy DJ Fluffy, the king of the airways, along with Mickey,
Mickey
D,
D.
and Cece, the redhead girl.
Oh, that's my camera.
All right, well,
Yeah, I've been looking.
we got one more stuff that we're gonna ask our guests here, and then we forgot at the thing, but endorsements. I know you got some endorsements. Can you tell us how many endorsements you got and who's endorsing you? Some of them.
Okay, I have 13 endorsements. I have the Texas Gulf Coast AFL-CIO, which comprises 92 unions throughout the Houston metro area. I have the Mexican American Bar Association, which is a very large attorney organization. I have the Association of Women Attorneys, which is also a very large lawyer association comprised of attorneys in large firms, mid-sized firms, smaller firms. I have the Houston Black American Democrats. I have the Black Women of Greater Houston. I have the Latino Democratic PAC. I have the Latinas United PAC. I have Bay Area, which is near the Pasadena area. I have 559, which is West Chase. I have the Bay Area Movement, which is Seabrook. And so I kind of have like all the different areas around, the county. I have Run Sister Run. I'm trying to think what some other ones. Yeah, I do have endorsements from a lot of political entities. I have Representative Cristina Morales, Honorable Gracie Sines, Representative Penny Morales-Shaw, Commissioner Garcia, Senator Whitmire. I have 3 prior Houston Bar Association presidents and a prior state bar president that's supporting my campaign. So I have broad-based support on this campaign, and people who are obviously in the courtroom, lawyer groups and lawyers that have made it to the top of our lawyer associations as well, that believe in my ability and want, hope that I become the next judge of probate court number 2. So
Well, that should say something with all those endorsements there. That should say something, so people may your people are behind you. So I mean, I guess you are the candidate that need to get out there and vote for.
That's true. Yes,
Oh,
thank
and
you.
during the break, she was explaining the process. So it's a lengthy process.
It's a very lengthy process. We have to answer questionnaires that kind of span like 2 to 3 pages, and we turn those in, and both my opponent and I then have to deal with questions from the actual organization. So they read our questionnaire, and then they bring us in for an actual interview, kind of an interview. And from the interview, then they go as a committee and they vote as a committee. All of the organizations do this. They vote as a committee, and then they take the committee's recommendation. So if the committee says, yes, we want her, we're choosing to endorse her, then you take that to the membership. And then the membership gets to decide, do we make this recommendation, take it and vote on it, or do we want to maybe talk about it and change it, etc. So it is lengthy, but it's important, because what happens is a lot of, like my parents, they use these they call them slates.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Association of Women Attorneys, they have everybody that they're endorsing written down on one slate. And then that would be something my mom and dad would say, how do I find out who to vote for? It's hard to do all of that research on all, parties, and I mean, not all parties, but all races. And so these slates help them decide. And, some of them differ, some might have this person and the other one has something else. And then that's where you would maybe want to do some research, if they differ on some of the races. But at least you have something to go on.
Okay.
Interesting.
As a citizen.
Bless you.
And I trust them, because like I said, it's a lengthy process, and they try to do some research on their own. They don't just look at the questions they ask. They also will do their research and Google the candidates and find out a little more than just what our answers are in our interview.
Cool.
All right. Well, that's nice to hear.
Congratulations and good luck.
Yeah,
good luck.
Congratulations.
I know you got my vote. I'll be out there voting. So
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you address like first-time voters, like 18 years old, that don't really know a lot about what's going on? They're just like, I need to go vote, but I don't know.
I'll be taking my Serena too.
Yeah. It's a lot. I remember I started voting in '94, and I wasn't that young. I had grown up a little bit, and you just have to
do your homework.
Like what I explained earlier. You have to, like the League of Women Voters, it just kind of lays it out and gives just kind of a snippet of each candidate, and you can just read each one or look at those slates. And I hate to say slate because most people don't know what that means. You can go to the American, like for instance, MABA, Mexican American Bar Association, will have everybody that they're endorsing on their website. Association of Women Attorneys will have everybody they're endorsing on their website. So it'll literally say, Congresswoman so-and-so, we endorse, hypothetically, whoever that person is. They'll endorse, and each, group will have it on their website. And they call it a slate because it has every race
on there.
And they say who they're endorsing. Same thing with the unions. You can go to their website and see and sometimes it's just who you feel more comfortable. Sometimes, the women in the room, we may say, I want to go with the Association of Women Attorneys. They're attorneys. They're going to know what, who will make a good judge, and they're women. So maybe that's who we feel more comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the men might feel more comfortable with the union slate, So just doing that research, and then the League of Women Voters is a really good, they don't give a slate. They don't tell you who they're endorsing. They just say, here's opponent, candidate A, here's what they're about. And it gives like where they went to college, where they went to law school, different and then it gives a
Information,
little snippet of, like their their legal philosophy, and kind of just gives a snippet of each candidate and each race, and it gives you kind of an idea. But yeah, it's some homework, and that's what I was saying earlier. If you sit down with your family and you kind of make it a family night where we're going to just sit down and try to go through all the candidates, after dinner, after pizza, or something like
Cool.
that. It makes it a little less scary,
Miss Trini Balagan says good luck. She's in San Antonio, if I'm mistaken. So
Yes.
she says good
Somewhere in
luck.
that area.
Thank
and
you.
And Evelyn, she's
Evelyn.
she said
In San
women
Antonio.
power, so it's about time, and you got her vote.
Thank you. I take it. I take that.
Well,
Appreciate
and
it.
like I said, like she asked about the young
Yeah.
person. What I know we say do homework, but what advice can you give them on how to select somebody? What to look for?
If you're talking about a judicial candidate, you do want to make sure they have, practice in that area. You don't
qualified.
necessarily want to have somebody that's only practiced, criminal law to now try to be a probate judge. Right. So just having that in their background, that practice area. Their personality is very important, because when you're a judge, there's a certain, what they call a judicial temperament. And a judicial temperament means that you treat everybody the same. You're patient, but you're efficient in how you, not only prepare for each matter, but how you move it along, right? You don't just kind of sit on one thing all afternoon because you kind of feel sorry for somebody. You're patient with that person, but you've got to move them along. But being very prepared is very important. So some of that kind of personality, you see kind of like what you brought earlier, the fact that I was a special needs teacher.
Yes.
That kind of explains a lot about my personality, right? Like, she's probably a little patient. She's probably,
You
cares.
have to be patient when you're dealing with special needs.
Right.
I mean, you have to be compassionate. You got to pack a lot of patience. It's not a little patience. It's a lot of patience.
Oh yeah, we know her.
They met my daughter, and trust me, you need a lot.
Hey,
of
but
patience.
she loves me. She loves me.
Yeah, she does love you.
I'm familiar.
And the fact that you've done that and you have that background, so you with special needs children, they're all different, so you have to cater and find their niche to get them to do what you need them to do. So that says a lot about you in order for you to be in that field.
Exactly. So when you see that background, that helps you understand, I'll just say me, I have not only the expertise, I have my own law firm. I did it at the bank. Okay. But then here she was the president of the Mexican Bar Association. That means she gave a lot of extra time, to the community. I was special needs teacher. That means she's patient. So it's both, the expertise, the legal expertise, but it's also, what are the outside things that she's done that kind of show that she's a caring person, particularly for this court, because, we're dealing with people that lost a loved one or lost their incapacity. But you can say the same thing for other courts as well, so long as they have that experience, and then you see that they do, some community service around the area of law that, that judge or that bench manages or, hears cases on. I think it's seeing both those things is that would be my advice to a new voter. Okay. But it's doing the research. And you can talk to other people talk to a lawyer. Because I've been at the polls, and every time I talk to a lawyer, you can tell they've done a lot of the research, right? Then they know. Obviously, not only do they do the research, but they live it. They go to the courtroom every day. So, if you can, have that opportunity to talk to a lawyer about, who are good judges that you've been before, right? Or who don't have that kind and compassionate personality, because as a judge, it's actually they call it the judicial canons. It's actually a requirement that I treat everybody as a judge equally, without bias.
Without bias.
Right.
Yes.
I don't treat maybe the really wealthy family one way, and then the ones that just don't have that much money another way, or vice versa, right? be mean to somebody just because they're very wealthy and comfortable, and be nicer to, everybody needs to be treated unbiased approach.
There you go. All right. Well, once again, introduce yourself. Let them know who you're running for before we leave. And if you got any special shout outs you want to send out, it's the time to do it.
Yes, again, I'm Pamela Medina. I'm running for judge of probate court number 2 in Harris County. And I truly hope and pray that you will go out, take your family, and vote for me. And I can make history. This is the very first bilingual Latina probate judge in the history of Harris County. I give a shout out to my daughter. She's in Madrid, Spain.
Wow.
Teaching there, teacher.
Wow.
My husband, David, he's here. My mom, Vera, and Ralph Vasquez, because they've been at the polls with me every day this whole week.
Kudos to them.
Yeah, and my brothers, Ralph, Ronnie, Rodney. Bobby, unfortunately, has passed, but he's with me because my logo there's a color in my logo that represents my brother Bobby and my baby brother Rudy. So.
All right.
Congratulations and good luck.
Yes, good luck. And we hope to see you back here saying, hey, we won, and we'll talk about it again.
March 1st.
All right,
Yes.
March 1st.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
We'll be
you.
right back. And
siento que no habrá fin, y cada día es un castigo no tenerte aquí. Y yo sé que nunca volvería a encontrar a alguien como tú, con tu manera de amar. Aún no entiendo y no sé lo que pasó. Si yo te di toda mi vida y mi corazón, tal vez te di de más, tal vez me adelanté. Dime por favor, ¿qué más puedo hacer? Quédate, por favor, no te vayas. Quédate, por favor, no me dejes. Te voy a demostrar que solo yo te sé amar. Nadie te amará como yo te supe amar. Acuérdate de todas las promesas que hicimos. Acuérdate también del día en que nos conocimos. Ese primer beso que encendió nuestro amor. Acuérdate, mi amor. Acuérdate de todas las noches apasionadas. Acuérdate también el día que nos prometimos vivir juntos para toda una eternidad. Acuérdate, mi amor. Acuérdate. Por favor, no te vayas. Quédate, por favor, no me dejes. Te voy a demostrar que solo yo te sé amar. Nadie te amará como yo te supe amar. Acuérdate de todas las promesas que hicimos. Acuérdate también del día en que nos conocimos. Ese primer beso que encendió nuestro amor. Acuérdate, mi amor. Acuérdate de todas las promesas que hicimos. Acuérdate también del día en que nos prometimos vivir juntos para toda una eternidad. Acuérdate, mi amor. Acuérdate. De ti y haberte dado por completo mi amor. No sé por qué la vida es así, que nuestra joda, nuestra separación. Llevo esperanza de que un día volverás. Sería el hombre más feliz de todo el mundo. separación. Llevo esperanza de que un día volverás. Sería el hombre más feliz de todo el mundo. Te confieso, no te he podido olvidar, porque tú vives en mis pensamientos. Es que te amo, es que te quiero, es que no puedo vivir sin tu amor. Extraño tus besos cada día que no te encuentras en mis brazos, corazón. Es que te amo, es que te quiero, es que los días son difíciles si no estás. Te lo prometo, que las cosas serán diferentes si me das otra oportunidad, otra oportunidad.
Amor ingrato, yo vengo a decirte que ya me retiro muy lejos de aquí, con la esperanza de ya no quererte, porque tú quisiste burlarte de mí. Con nuevos amores tú te andas cayendo, me llega tristeza y me pongo a llorar. Pero no hay cuidado que tú hayas perdido, con nuevos amores te vas a quedar. Pasó luego el tiempo y una vez me dijo que me pasaba al verme llorar, y del sentimiento que me acompañaba en aquel momento no pude ni hablar. ¡Chale, primo! ¡Que vivan los clásicos! La siguiente tarde que paso volando, te dejo estos versos, me puse a cantar. El primero dice: me voy y te dejo muy libre en el mundo que puedas gozar. El segundo dice: tú no fuiste firme, tus dulces palabras tuvieron mentir. Lo que tú pensabas no era verdadero y lo platicabas para hacerme sufrir. Pasó luego el tiempo y una vez me dijo que me pasaba al verme llorar, y del sentimiento que me acompañaba en aquel momento no pude ni hablar. quiten, ojos bonitos, es mi consentida. La luz me alumbra, su cabello prieto y sus labios rojos, qué linda boquita. Ella es mía, no la deseen, porque la quiero con todo el alma. Ella es mi orgullo, mi cosa más bella, y toda mi vida la vivo con ella. Ella no sabe que yo la quiero y que yo siempre la he adorar, pero algún día yo se lo digo y con orgullo yo de cantar. No me la quiten, ojos bonitos, es mi consentida. La luz me alumbra, su cabello prieto y sus labios rojos, qué linda boquita. Ella es mía, no la deseen, porque la quiero con todo el alma. Ella es mi orgullo, mi cosa más bella, y toda mi vida la vivo con ella. Ella no sabe que yo la quiero, que yo siempre la he adorar, pero algún día yo se lo digo y con orgullo yo de cantar.
te pido perdón. Perdóname, mi amor, ya no vuelva a suceder. Prometo que jamás la tentación me volvería a vencer. Perdóname, mi amor, dame otra oportunidad.
we're back again. Your boy DJ Fluffy, the king of the airways, here with the birthday girl, Mary Jane Redhead, runway.
I do not have a runway.
57 years old.
And the sad thing is, I was at the salon today at work, and I had my stylist double check to make sure I didn't have a village, because you know Jimmy Ray normally stands behind and looks at my hair and inspects it. You know.
Hey, we want to send a shout out to Mr. Willie Washington, the Boudin man. Mr. Willie, give me a call, man. I got a business opportunity for you in Laredo if you're really interested in it, man.
But do you have your papers? Can you go to Laredo?
Laredo, Texas.
Oh, but still, do you have your papers?
Yeah, so give me a call if you're interested in Mr. Willie. Shout out to Pat Rios. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in.
Pat, thank you.
Once again, Trini Barragan también. She's tuned.
Hi, Trini.
Mom Lopez.
Hi, Mom.
Jessica, she says it's cold. Brazo tacos. Yolanda Gonzalez. They were all tuning in. We're saying good luck. So we want to thank everyone for tuning in. I don't know, Buddha man, he must be on he's smoking some weed or something. You saw the post he put on here. He said, I'm compassionate and I'm an.
It's because of what she was saying.
Oh, about the stuff? Okay, yeah, I figured. Okay.
Yeah.
Está loco este pinche Willie Washington shit. Hey, we're still waiting for the damn boudin, man, and some sausage. You know, I could really need some of that boudin this weekend. You know, I'm doing a sale this weekend, so. But that's all right. I got my other connection that comes from Louisiana.
I missed that from the Bailes.
Yeah,
I know.
I had to get another connection because he can't come through, man. Mr. Willie can't provide my boudin that I need. So, hey, I got another hookup that's brings it straight from Louisiana too. So,
you know, sound like George over here.
Pimp Daddy Jr.
I know, right?
Pimp Daddy Jr.
Yeah.
Or next one in
Or
line.
next one in line. Wow.
And then Miguel, he's missing in action. He
Yes.
still owes us a bottle.
Yes.
That man,
He's,
he disappeared
did you
already,
see
man.
my post?
Yeah, did you see my post? I called him
he's
out.
so
Still waiting for
foolish.
the tequila bottle.
No, but I posted it because he sent me a message that he's in Facebook jail, so he can't comment.
Oh, yes. He sent me
Yes.
one too, and I forgot to post
Yeah,
it.
and I posted it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
He's so full of shit. He thinks he's still 19 years old.
I don't know. He got that look. That what do you call it? That guy.
I don't know what guy.
He's the life of the party, and he's the bullshitter, and he always
Yes.
has a different woman every single day.
Yeah.
He is a bullshit.
All right.
He needs to shave and take a shower.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I thought of him today because the delivery guy came and he had his mustache.
Oh my God.
And I was thinking circus person, you know, where they go, ladies, gentlemen,
The ringmaster.
The ringmaster. There you go.
That's
Or a
funny.
pedophile.
All right,
But
well,
anyways,
we're gonna sing happy birthday to
tomorrow is Mary Jane's birthday.
Tomorrow is Mary Jane's birthday. She turns 57 years old.
I am not 57.
Look, you don't want to tell us your age. You're 57. That's
I'm in
simple
my
as that.
40s.
57. You don't want
Let's
to tell us
leave
your
it
age.
as that.
Pick it up so you can see the cake
Yeah,
on the
so-
camera, but then put it down because I want you to drop it. Yay! Pick it up and put it down. Yay!
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you.
Mary Jane.
To me,
CC Redhead, Runway. Happy birthday
to you.
We have no candles due to COVID.
Due to COVID, no candles.
Really?
Alright.
We had to go there?
Oh my God.
All right, well, once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in on the Super Tejano Friday Diva Takeover show. And like I said, we'll see you next Friday. And we want to thank our guests that came out today. Thank you very much for coming out.
Go vote.
Go out there
March
and vote,
1st,
you know.
Tuesday.
So, Tuesday. Go out there and make your vote count.
Mhm.
And like I said, we'll see y'all next Friday. And once again, happy birthday, Mary Jane. And,
Thank
you know, we'll see y'all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is your boy, Light Jockey Mike, and I just wanted to thank you for supporting SCP Radio. That's the end of our show, but please be sure to check us out on SpaceCadetPro.com, where you will be able to watch our videos, find and like all of our social media accounts, and chat with us. While you are there, click on the radio tab, where you will be able to see the show schedule and all of the different ways to reach us. You can also listen to us from there if you are on a PC or laptop. Thanks again, and remember, we are the future in entertainment.